What is it worth? The PlayStation deal. My heart is complete.
Hello to all my fellow YouTubers, and I want to thank you all so much for tuning into today's video. And today is day one of consistency back on track. Round of applause for the guy here. And as what I stated yesterday or within my previous video, if you're following my timeline on how I got things uploaded, I will be discussing a important, excuse the shorts, they just rolled up like that, whatever. But I will be discussing, I know that I said that I was talking about 3 important topics today: Red Dead Redemption, PlayStation VR, and what I've been playing on my Switch. But today, I will actually start off by actually discussing PlayStation VR. And it's the reason why I'm starting this topic right here off. It's because I have, so I know that I said that I would actually play Red Dead Redemption and things like that. And it's something that got me like immersed and curious. I have been somewhat into American history, which for some may come as a surprise, but for others who know that like I like to, like learn new stuff all the time. I started playing, like right after me actually playing Red Dead Redemption, I ate or whatever and things like that. And I started watching National Treasure, the first one. Which to me, I like the first and the second one equally because they both kind of tell a story the same way that Uncharted does. And I started watching it, and I finished watching it in the first one as well. I don't want to get distracted with that. But as I was watching it, I became curious, and I started wanting to look more into the American history, the culture, the economics equalities and things of that nature. And so I threw on my PlayStation VR because I remember when I first got it that it had like a feature on there on YouTube where it's like a YouTube VR experience. And that's the reason why I want to talk about this for. Because it was so immersive where it captured me in, and it's like I don't really know how to detail it, fine point by point. And yesterday I am just jumping right into it, and I'm sorry I forgot to mention, please like, comment, subscribe, and turn on the YouTube bell notification so that way you'll be informed of when I post my updates. So I'm sorry for that. But it was like, as I was watching it, I became curious about just our American history as a whole, like between the politics and things of that nature. Because even Red Dead Redemption, it takes place cowboy western time, but kind of like in like a earlier time before we had all of the Republican and Democrat, which no, I will not be talking about politics. It's just American history and like PlayStation VR, and like on how that kind of just educated my mind. And it's like I started watching more content within VR, and like on how it just immersed me into it. And as I was watching, and as I finished up National Treasure, back when I stated it first, after playing Red Dead and stuff, I just got immersed, and I started researching information in regards to American history, on how we were founded, stuff that you already learned like within history classes. Let's see, where did I find that article? I should have already actually had it pulled up. And if I can't find it, I'll probably just discuss it within a later video. But PlayStation VR is very immersive because like it gives you a perception, and it gives you like an immersion to actually delve into the world. Because of course I was playing my Astrobot games and stuff like after, like before me delving all the way into it and stuff. And that just piqued my interest because then after that I just I started to get sleepy and dozy. This was around, I want to say probably like 10, 11 o'clock at night. So, I started going around on Netflix after watching National Treasure. After that, I wanted to watch Benjamin Button, which I promise I will watch. It's just that I have to watch it on my phone or something like that when I can through the cable subscription that I have or whatever. Because I'm not gonna rent no movie on iTunes, and I'm definitely not gonna pay no $15 for that. Something like I'm not gonna watch multiple times. But I'm sorry, I know I was probably whispering right there. But PlayStation VR, it really did immerse me, and it got me captured into the American history. Oh, it took me around the White House. That is what got me into it. It was when Barack Obama and Michelle Obama, when they had like a walkthrough tutorial, you know, explaining like different rooms, and that really got me captured into just learning more about American history and on where we come from. Because even though we as like all American citizens, you know, even though, you know, we all come from like different walks of life, ethnicities, backgrounds, and everything, we are all still one. And it's like that just captured my mind so much, where it's like I started like learning more and more and more. Because even though I am supportive of all rights, activist beliefs, equality across the board, it still just captured my mind to like learn just more about American history on my own, versus just outside of a textbook, you know, versus like, you know, it's like what we're taught, you know, because I feel like that's just the foreground of what we're taught, you know, college, what is it? But I can't think of the name, you know, it's like that pre-K, it's some kind of educational term. I cannot think of it. I don't know why. But that just really just got me immersed into it. And after watching that VR experience, that is then when I learned, and that's when I came across, I don't know how. I guess it was just a hype that I had after watching National Treasure and the VR. I started watching Designated Survivor. And it drew me into my research of just the Capitol building. You know, if you watch the show, I don't want to ruin it for anyone, but the first episode, well, pretty much actually the intro to it, you know, like on how Netflix has the preview of it before, you know, like it kind of explains everything on how the bombing happened and things like that. And it really woke me up to realize that we live inside like such a time where you have to be able to actually enjoy every moment that you possibly can, and just like learn more like about your history and like where you come from. And I haven't fully like looked into my own personal background history as of yet, because I just haven't. If I could give out a legitimate excuse, I wish I could. I just can't. But the PlayStation VR in between Designated Survivor, it opened my eyes to the point where like I used to watch Scandal, and I think I watched like a couple of episodes of House of Cards, but not too many. But it really opened up my eyes to learn more about American history, and you know, it just broadened my horizon. Because I know, even though I actually am a tech channel and things, you know, well, not tech, a gaming technology entertainment channel, like that really just like I wanted to just like throw that out there as like a suggestion, you know, for people, you know, to like go and watch. And if you haven't watched National Treasure, it's definitely worth it. But back to PlayStation VR, like it is so immersive on such a budget expense. Now when I say budget, I don't mean like budget like $100, $40. PlayStation VR is very expensive, and I think the last time I saw it on here, it said, go back. Yeah, I know how these MacBooks be working. I think the pricing for it was like $399. No, there's one for $229, and there's another one here for $349. Yeah, because I have the one with not the Blood and Truth one. I had the one that came like right before that, Borderlands 2 VR, and Beat Saber. Yeah, that's what it is. So I got the one with that. But if you actually have the extra cash that you can actually scrape up, I would definitely say just give out PlayStation VR a chance and look more like into your American history, and just, you know, just do this like a little fun, exciting research assignment. And yes, I know you all have to, and yes, I know, even though I said I actually had time to actually do that, because I'm still trying to figure out my YouTube schedule, you know, if I want to make multiple videos, all on the same day, or do I want to like give off those fresh ideas that I have now because I'm still working on the template platform? And yes, I am over the place. I did just jump from one topic to the next, but I will eventually get better. I thank you guys so much for working with me. But Red Dead Redemption, definitely check it out. I'll more than likely probably talking about that probably on Wednesday, if not Friday. Probably Friday, because I want to delve more into it. Because I have not made it far. I'm only at chapter 3, so I'm not far at all. But as for PlayStation VR, definitely give it a go. Resident Evil 7 is definitely worth it. Told you, Blood and Truth. You know, I had that posted in the last video. Astrobots, phenomenal. Like did I do that right? Yeah, that's how you do it. Yeah. So just stay tuned, and because I'm also kind of like working like on a couple of other things as well with my channel, you know, just to like liven things up, sprucing things up, organize things. So that's another reason why I haven't really just been consistent on it, because we're trying to, between trying to manage so many different projects that I have going on right now at the moment. But I'm definitely trying to work on consistency with you guys and just building it and making it just more available and friendly and something just for you guys. So stay tuned. I want to thank you guys so much for tuning in. I know I was all over the place with this video. I will get better. I promise I will get better. But until next time, thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.